Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're just joining in, either way, thank you for watching. Try to make this kind of short and get you guys some footage of this thing working. It's been a rough week for me. Um, Everything that could be adjusted on this needed to be adjusted, and then once I got it adjusted, got it out into the field, I had to adjust it again, and then I wasn't doing the job that I like, so I had to adjust it again. Different things. Heights on these were all off. Heights on the bars and the angle of how everything was cutting was off. These were not centered. You can see they were all needed to be moved. I don't know what their planner was set up at, but if this was working for them guys, their planner was awfully off. A couple of them were like 3 inches off. So and then they were putting anhydrous on with it, so it wasn't set up to really cultivate. It was set up just to get the knives into the ground. You see, anhydrous knives into the ground, and it was fun. These three gangs didn't want to move. They didn't want to pivot on their pivots here, so that was interesting, getting them oiled up and beat down and getting them moving. Yeah, needless to say, it was rough. It's been close to 100 degrees pretty much all week. Got some bushings. This one I had made because that was all I could find at the Farm and Fleet, which it works great. But they didn't have another set. And the thing was, both that bill at Farm and Fleet was $23. This bill at the machine shop was $24. So whatever. What's better? I don't know. I think they're both the same. Did a little bit of work inside of here too. If you guys remember this tractor, it was the one that did not have an interior in it, and it was a filthy mess. I actually took everything out and took the garden hose in here before I put this interior in. However, it's got an interior now. Pretty nice. I took the floor mat out and scrubbed it. Well, my daughter scrubbed it, but it's getting dirty now from getting in and out of it. Had a friend of mine build this for me. Had a day off work and came out, was bored. He's pretty good at woodworking and stuff, so I had him build me a speaker box, and he went all scraps that we had from remodel and stuff, but he caulked the inside of it. Like, he went above and beyond. It sounds really nice. Just a cheap stereo from AutoZone. I think that was like $69, I think the stereo was, and then the speakers were $13.99 a piece. Does just what I want it to. No CD player, so it's short enough to fit in here. We got wires ran. Power wire that's run up, and that's a fused power wire underneath there. I'd like to get a loom for this, and then I got to get this attached. These are my headlights. Actually, the switch didn't want to work, and I really don't care. I just disconnected everything and ran. The warning lights still work, so that's headlights. I got up here toggle switches again, and I have you guys probably seen that one, but I've got another one now on the back. Got that light. Well, that light has been working, but I got the red light working on it. Pretty much everything in this tractor right now works as it should, and it's pretty nice. So then once I got going, the air conditioning was leaking on me, so I had to take the roof off and run a line through the drain hose, just blow that out, and got that draining. But then when I did that, I must have hit the this doesn't work. So in order to turn the heat on and off, you got to go up there and turn the valve manually until I get that fixed. But so when I was up there messing with that, I must have hit the valve like to half heat. So I spent the first day in here about dying, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. And it just kind of clicked in my head yesterday morning. Maybe I hit that valve, and I took the roof off. Sure enough, I did. And so now it's back to being like an ice box in here. It's wonderful. So, there's 5 minutes of blabbing. Look at what this rye has done. Look at this, I'll put you level. Look at that. Pretty much level with the cab here.
Put these washers in here that made this line up perfect every time. I sure appreciate that.
So minus the dirty windshield, this is what it's looking like as I'm coming up through it. And this is what that cultivator's doing. It's nice. I can't, with the beans, you can't pile as much in when they're this low. With the corn right now, you could probably pile like 2 inches into the middle, but you have to set it. Even with the other cultivators, you can't really throw that much at the beans. So that's my main problem when I'm trying to grow these damn things. Corn's easy to keep clean, beans not so much. But we'll bring you guys outside here in a minute. I'm going to do these end rows, and then when I get to doing some short rows, I'm going to set you up so that I'm not leaving the camera out here for 15 minutes while I go around this patch. So, moving on. Alright, that's looking back. I'll pass. Well, I went around obviously, and just looking back on it, it's doing pretty darn good. Okay, so I stopped here. If you guys are wondering what that does when it's fully adjusted, if you let it dig, there you go. I figured I'd find a rock here because it adjusted fully on the, just went from least aggressive to fully aggressive. This is what I'm trying to avoid. You see the moisture. I'm trying to keep just out of the moisture here. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then you can make them coulters, spin them around, and make them mound even more dirt this way. turned it, and it wasn't even in my tire. Alright, our 30% chance of rain has turned into some moisture on the ground. I got one field left, 12 acres to do, but we needed the rain worse than I needed to cultivate, I'll tell you that. Right as I was folding up, I went out and pulled the pins out and it started coming. I believe this is where I will end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I've said, it was a rough week for me, and I didn't get a lot of footage and stuff, and it would have just been a lot of videos of nonsense. So hope everybody enjoyed. I'm gonna enjoy this rain and see if we can't get to the tractor pulls tomorrow, I guess.